See, she cares about this tremendously. She's riveted at the prospect of being live right now. Don't be like that, Leia. These are your fans, Leia. They fund your turkey tendon habit. She's such a good girl. It doesn't look like anybody's in the live yet. We're just gonna give them a minute, Leia. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful, Leia Bud. Hey, Bread Roll. Hey, Jessica. How we doing, everyone? What's new? How's life? How we feeling? What are the vibes? How's everybody holding up? My first Derpski stream. Well, welcome, Stars Draws. Knackered? I'm sorry, Abby. The weather is not threatening me at all, America. Jonathan, my husband came home from lunch break and was talking about one of your videos. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Maggie's husband. Which one? Which video? Also, I feel so bad that you and your husband have to listen to me so often. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm the background noise in a lot of what goes on in your household. 3.5 more hours of work vibes. Oof, Lexi, I'm sorry. Well, hopefully we can make the next hour and change go by quick. Can I still kidnap the Derpskis again? Bread roll. You're very welcome to try. Hello from UK, lovely Leia. Thank you, Gigi. Archer is under the bed right now. Bling it on. Creations by Cynthia. I guess I should just call you Cynthia. I feel like I do that every time. Yeah, a Husky protest. There are a lot of Husky protest videos, aren't there? My stubborn kids love relating to your Huskies. They are so funny. Thank you, Kimmy. Kimsey. I'm obsessed with how it looks like Wii menu music was playing in Bug's head in the video of you cooking. Yeah, listen, he's a very smart boy. Yeah, look at her blep tongue. Look at her little blep tongue sticking out. Look at her snoot. Can I zoom in on this? I don't think I can. Or I don't know how. I'm using my phone for this live, so. I don't know where your house is. How am I supposed to try? Oh, well, I guess don't try to find my address, please. That's weird. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. That's very weird. Hey, Marie. Yeah, the bleps. Aren't the bleps the best? I'm obsessed with her. Jessica, that's a pretty good description. Maggie says, I can quote some of your videos, but I don't mind your videos are on repeat in our home. That's great. Thank you, Maggie. Your support means the world. I'm at your doorstep right now, for real. Okay, Stars. Well, I'm doing a live right now, so you're going to have to wait like an hour and a bit. Hello, chat. Hello, Leia and Archer and Jonathan. Thank you, Arshita. Hello. If I come to the sound, could we have an Archer picnic? Archer would love that. Certainly. Dad, why are you talking about me while I sleep? Yeah, no, she knows the score by now. Kimsey, she knows the score by now. Yes, Jessica, she knows exactly how cute she is. Archer has no idea. Archer has no clue. Sorry, Leia, I had to move the thing so I could sit. It's like lying on the deck. Recently found your Instagram and absolutely love your pups and commentary. Boost my mood every day. Thank you so much, Catherine. That's really sweet of you to say. Leia and Archer have gotten me through some tough times. Thanks, Huskies. Mugda, thank you so much. That's really sweet of you. Just look at this stretch. Everyone, look at her stretch. I know the feeling. They have gotten me through many, many tough times. I've been meaning to ask, did you end up finding the expensive comfy socks Leia had? No, I haven't. They're still in the yard somewhere. I'm hoping I find them and can salvage them. Your cake looked delicious. What's your favorite thing to make? My favorite thing to make? That's a very good question. Cream puffs. I love vanilla as a flavor. And I feel like the cream puff really highlights the vanilla. Do you like bread rolls? Yeah, who doesn't like bread rolls? Everyone likes bread rolls. Does she feel like cashmere? Yeah, she's so soft. Everyone says that. Yeah, Simply Jules, she wouldn't have hit it there. Yes, I have, but yeah, it's not going to be there. I know where it is. She has a couple stashes. It's just like in the summer because the vegetation is so thick, it's really hard for me to get back there. So I kind of have to wait for autumn or winter before I can get back there and really explore. It's also just like full of spider webs and stuff like that. I'm just like, I have other socks. Luna Oak says, dog, dog, dog. Correct, Luna. It is a dog. Her name is Leia. What's the occasion for you baking the delicious-looking cake you baked? I just wanted to bake. I enjoy baking. I want to do it more often. So, yeah, that's it. I like I like getting out my scales and measuring all the, weighing the flour and that sort of thing. Yeah, just like to bake. Jonathan, do you like to dip your bread rolls in root beer? What? No, I don't. I've never done that before. Did you bake it for Archer? No, I actually haven't baked anything for Archer yet, but I do have some like puppy cookie recipes that I'm gonna bake this week. Maybe I'll make a video about it. Maybe I won't. We'll see. I may have missed an update, but did Archer help with the baking? He did help with the baking. Is Leia's fur hard to maintain? I mean, yes. It's. I weigh, Maggie. I always weigh. Yeah. Do you ever bake puppy cakes like for their birthdays? No, Simply Jules. No, I've never done that. I want to though. I'll probably do it this week. Hi, Jonathan. Can I brag and say I finally got a degree, and now I can watch all Archer and Leia videos without worrying about getting a paper done? Of course you can. Aislinn? Aislinn. Is the S silent? Aislinn. Is it Aislinn or Aislinn? Or is it Island? Or is it Aylin? How do I pronounce your name? Anyway, regardless, congratulations. I encourage the bragging. Have you ever gotten them those puppy wines that exist? No, Jessica, I don't think they'd like them. I got for free. I made a video about it. I went to an event that a brand was hosting. And they gave out like a big bag of food, and included in it was like doggy pumpkin spice lattes. And I made them a pumpkin spice latte each. And they each only had like half of it, and left them out on the deck overnight. And then in the morning, I found them, and they were covered in ants. So I was just like, okay, all right, fine. Fine, they're just so weird. They're so picky what they like and what they don't like, which honestly is why I buy them puppy ice cream all the time, because they consistently like it. Not all puppy ice cream. Some of them is just like frozen broth. Leia doesn't like that. What music am I into? I'm into all kinds of music. All kinds of music. Right now, I've been on a weird... are you familiar with the band Health? They're kind of like... I don't know what genre they would be. They're definitely like electronic music, but I don't know. I've been on a Health kick lately. But like before then, I was on like an Elliott Smith kick, which is like I don't know. Those are two polar opposite genres. So yeah, sad boy rock, 100%. Sad boy rock, yeah. So I'm all over the place. How do you handle your cute monsters on hot days? I mean, I walk them very early or very late, or both. That's really it. And I have air conditioning, so, you know. Watching this with my dog right now. He says hi. Well, hi, Jennifer's dog. Thanks for watching, both of you. Divorced dad rock. You're not... No, divorced dad rock for me, Jessica, is more like... Divorced dad rock is like the Eagles. And like, which I do. I do like the Eagles. But, you know what I mean? It's more of that, like... I guess modern day divorced dad rock would be like a lot of like... I don't know. They'd be Gen X, wouldn't they? Gen X, elder millennial... So maybe I guess divorced dad rock would be a lot of like early late 90s stuff. So like maybe like Nirvana, Queens of the Stone Age. That sounds like divorced dad rock to me. Yeah, maybe Nickelback, Manders. Like, yeah, you're right. I don't know. It keeps moving because like divorced dads in my head are like boomers, but those are like divorced grandparents now. So Creed sounds like Pearl Jam sounds like divorced dad rock to me. Yeah. Hey, Lana, what's up? Nirvana is just dad rock in general, though. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Yeah. Damn, I joined hearing the Eagles, and I thought Jonathan was talking sports. The band is good too. Blue, I'm not an NFC guy. I'm a Steelers fan, so I really pay attention to the AFC, and I don't know what's happening in the NFC at any given moment. When's my birthday? October, late October. Do you like house music? I guess I do. Yeah, I do. I do. When I was a teenager, I'd go to raves all the time. Raves and punk shows. I would go to like every weekend as a teenager. No, not the 24th of October. What is my favorite board game? At the moment, I think my favorite board game is probably Slay the Spire, the board game. I definitely prefer the board game to the video game, and I love the video game. Slay the Spire is just great. But the board game, just for me, that takes it to a whole other level. And like, I'm not always wild about cooperative board games, but I don't know what it is about Slay the Spire. It just really hits. Really, really hits for me. Katie says, hey. Hey, Katie. I think the Steelers look good this year, though. I mean, we'll see. I also don't follow American football that closely anymore. I used to all the time. Do I read comics? I used to read comics all the time. I'm trying to get back into it, Arya. Honestly, it's just a time thing. But I was obsessed with superheroes. Am obsessed with superheroes. So I read comics all the time as a kid, and then I was a really big comic reader. I want to say from like 2004 probably until like 2012, kind of like right around when the New 52 launched is when I fell off of comics. And not because comics got bad or anything, just because like I'm an adult, life and time. Marvel, DC, I don't either one. There are things about both of their respective universes that I love and characters that I love. So, have you and your friends ever played Moose Master? I've never heard of Moose Master. Wait, are you a Scorpio? No, I'm a Libra. Manders. Do you follow politics? Very, very, very closely, Jill. If I have two interests, it's politics and games. That's probably it. If I have three, it's politics, games, and comics. If I have four, it's politics, games, comics, and movies. Please look it up. It's hilarious. I will. Trump? Very much no. I am a socialist, Jill. I am a socialist. Trump is a fascist. I think fascists are bad. And if you encounter a fascist in your real life, you should feel empowered to punch them in the face. The way her paws twitch in her sleep. I'm not advocating for violence against anyone. I'm just saying, like, if someone's like, oh, a fascist, and you chose to punch them, you should feel bad about that. I've come to the conclusion that listening to Big J's voice while playing Subway Surfer and watching Leia is the best therapy. I am not receptive to actual therapy. Well, you should consider actual therapy, Jason. You should. What podcast are you listening to right now? Okay, Maggie. I'll tell you I'll give you an exhaustive list of the podcasts that I'm listening to right now. And spoiler alert, this is going to be featured in a video because you're on YouTube like a month ago or less. I posted like, hey, give me your questions. I'll make a video about it. I am making a video about it that's going to go live next week. But the podcasts I listen to largely fall into three categories. They fall into comedy, politics, and gaming. So on the gaming side, I listen to Kind of Funny. So they do Kind of Funny Games Cast, Kind of Funny Games Daily. They do that every day. I usually listen to both of them. I also listen to Giant Bomb, Friends Per Second, Min Max. So that's that on the gaming side. On the politics side, my favorite podcast is Chapo Trap House. It's not for everyone. I would describe it as like aggressively male. So it's really, my wife hates it, for example, but I think they're very funny, and I think that they are maybe the most knowledgeable and insightful political commentators. So yeah, Chapo Trap House is my favorite. And they have kind of like a Chapo extended universe of related podcasts. What else? Like Truanon, I listen to Citations Needed, which can be very, that's like the most like academic. That's the most like, hey, we're going to talk about like papers and news articles and things like that. But I love it. But that might be the biggest barrier to entry of the ones I've listed. I also listen to the I Doubt It podcast with Jesse Dollamore and Brittany Page. They're actually friends of mine, and I was a guest on their podcast years ago, like 4 years ago, 4 years ago now. And that's, there's probably more. I'm just blanking on it right now. And then on the comedy side, I like Conan's podcast. I like the Adam Friedland Show. What else do I listen to? I'm just brain farting on the name, but the one with Will Arnett and the guy from Will and Grace and the guy from Teen Wolf 2. You guys know what I'm talking about. Yes, Distractible. Thank you. Yeah, there's so much. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just brain farting on words right now. Okay. Are we allowed to send you fan art of Leia and Archer? Oh my God, Arya, that would be incredible. Two things. One, I do have a P.O. box. Oh, Manders has already mentioned that. Thank you, Manders. But also, we have a fan art channel in the Discord server, which is discord.gg/Siberian Derpskies. And that is also linked in my bio. Yes, this is Leia. Yeah. Will we ever see your wife? That's up to her. That's entirely up to her. So, if she wants to be seen, she will be seen. Where's Archer? I think he's sleeping under my bed right now. I do miss messages, Manders. I'm sorry. Yeah. Thank you for looking out. I'm the world's worst influencer. I love the tag on Discord. I have it next to my name there. Oh, awesome, Prodigal Drew. Thank you. I'm glad you do. If I'm not comfortable with giving out DC, can I ping you on a YouTube post? You're welcome to. I'm just going to level with you. I'm like, full disclosure, I'm not trying to big time anyone. I get a lot of notifications. On every platform. I miss stuff a lot. If you want to guarantee I don't miss it, Discord's the way to go. Discord, I see pretty much everything. It might take me a day to see it, but I will see it. Shiva says, Leia is so cute. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, her little pawsies need trimmed, though. It's pretty red, sun smoky in Kirkland today. Don't know where the Derpskies are. We're in North Seattle, so we're not that far away from you at all. Yeah, I'm hearing a foghorn in the background. I don't know if the mic's picking that up. Yes, the Discord is free to join. Now, there is a subscriber-only channel that is for subscribers on YouTube and or Twitch. But you should feel no obligation to join that. you have some puppy pics of your little monster? I have so many puppy pics. I have an insane amount of puppy pics. No exaggeration, I think I have like 20,000 puppy pics. Take care, Jennifer. Thanks for hanging out. Bread roll. No, I've not watched K-pop Demon Hunters yet. Waiting for rain in Pennsylvania. I'm sorry, Jill. Well, I was born and raised in Pittsburgh, so I'm a Pennsylvania boy. I want to post the link, but I feel like I might get banned since I didn't get modded here. Cough, cough. Blue, again, it is just my fault. Like, it is incompetence that you are not a mod on YouTube. It's because I'm bad at this. That's it. That's all. Thank you for not to force your dogs to performance honest. No, I would never do that. I would never do that, Mary. Yeah. Jonathan, have you watched Supernatural? I think I've seen like maybe 2 or 3 episodes total. No, it wasn't. That wasn't my jam. Not that I thought it was bad or anything. I just didn't get into it. And now that there's like what 15 seasons, that ship has sailed. Does rain pour on that outside couch? Yes, that's why it looks so bad, actually. Lana, thank you so much for the €2 super chat. That's very sweet of you. I love it when Leia slams the door. Yeah, me too. I mean, it is a very funny thing that she does. Are you annoyed with me, Leia? You're so beautiful. Oh, where you going, baby butt? What's the plan here, Leia girl? That's a good stretch, Leia. You're such a good stretchist. Are you eepy? Oh, another good stretch. You spoil us, Leia. You spoil us, pretty girl. Okay, bye, I guess. All right. Well, okay. Let me move here. Let's see what we can do. Oh, this tripod's in the way. How about this? Is that a problem? She is so talented at stretching. Yeah. Just found your channel recently. Really enjoy your content. Thank you for sharing your posts with us. Thank you, Prime Mover. It's very sweet of you. Hey, I'm new here, and I found you through Shorts last month, and I have been having a very hard time, and these 2 monsters have made my day so much happier, so thank you for sharing your dogs with us. NB Fish, I'm sorry you're having such a hard time. That's really sweet of you to say. Thank you so much. She's like, no camera, please. Yeah. Are we going to do Big Island, Little Island yet? Well, that's kind of up to Archer. What's your opinion on Lububus? I mean, they're not for me, but I don't care. If you like them, I'm glad you do. Do your Huskies stay out of the way of vacuums, or do they attack it? My Huskies are completely indifferent to vacuums. Couldn't care less. There could be a vacuum running right next to them, they don't care. Yeah, TBH, I found your channel like a few weeks ago, and I've been binge watching all your videos. Thank you, Stars. That's really sweet of you. Are you going to go on a walk? I mean, I go on a walk every day, but I'm not going to go until this afternoon. So, do you kiss their floof? Constantly. I used to work with 20 Huskies on a dog sled team, so I get the chaos that they can cause. Wow, that's awesome. That sounds like a dream. Oh, that green cylinder is a, what do I call it? Hang on, let me do that. That's actually a planter, and the plant that was in it died, and then it like filled up with water and got all gross, so I turned it upside down so it wouldn't fill up with water, and I was like, I'll get a new plant for this, and then that was like 2 years ago. Jonathan's the best creator on YouTube and TikTok. Thank you so much, Joe Watson. I don't think that's true at all, but I appreciate you saying that. What political podcasts do you listen to? Manders, I already listed them all. I'm not going to waste people's time and list them again. However, this video will live on as a VOD, so you can just go back and scrub through, and they'll be there. You don't care for your plants? I do care for my plants. I don't have a green thumb. Like, sometimes things die. I don't want to tell you. It looks so nice there. Always thought it was an end table. Yeah, thank you. No, it's a planter. It's just upside down. I have 2 dogs. Their names are Luna and Maisie. Oh, those are great names, Breadroll. So the planter is now a small table. Pretty much, Maggie. Does it ever snow where you live? Yeah, we get about a week of snow in Seattle. I would say we get about a week every year where it snows. And sometimes that's non-consecutive. Sometimes it's like we had 3 days of snow, and then a month later we had 4 days of snow, and then that's it. Now we're surrounded by the mountains, so the mountains get a shit ton of snow. So I can drive 45 minutes in basically any direction, maybe not south, and hit a ton of snow. But yeah. How long have you and your wife been together? Are Leia and Archer mom dogs too? Yes, very much so, Tessa. We've been dating. We started dating like 10 years ago. Yeah. How do the pups' stuffies not get ruined when they're rained on? I'm actually pretty good about bringing them in when it starts to rain, the stuffies. But I just throw them in the wash. What mountain range do you see from your house? That is the Olympic mountain range. However, there's so many wildfires right now, you can't see it at all. It's just covered in clouds. It's so hazy right now. Is that Simba barking? No, I don't think that's Simba barking. There are a lot of dogs around us. My dog's name is Delgado, but I call him Deli for short. I love that, Nathan. I love that. Leia is 7 and Archer is 6, Andrew. No, Birdie. I think the beef cheek is finally gone. At least I can't see it. It started on this side of the roof, and then it moved to the other side of the roof. And sometimes I'll walk on this street behind my house, and I did notice it there in June, but by like the end of June, early July, it was gone. So either it's removed from the roof, or it like fell in the gutter, and I can't see it. The rain gutter. No, we've never had a play date with Simba. I really want to set one up. I'm just lazy, and I don't think my schedule necessarily aligns with Simba's parents. Anthony says, "Hey, Jonathan." Hey, Anthony. Beautiful deck. Thank you, Jill. Yeah, R.I.P. Beef Cheek. Ariel, Archer is snoozing under my bed, I think. Do they need to clean and groom your dog park? I don't know how to answer that. Yeah, the dog park's incredible. I take them to a dog park called Merrymore, which is a massive, massive park in Redmond, Washington, which is pretty far away from me. It's like a 30-minute drive each way. So I spend an hour in the car every time I take them to the dog park, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. It is a massive, it's like 40 acres, the dog park. And it's got all these fields they can run in. It's got all these rivers they can play. Well, it's got one river, but there are a lot of like swimming spots for them. Yeah, it's incredible. Which is why I drive so far to take them there. Leia's like half in, half out, snoozing. I work from home, and I have my own business, and all of my clients, or most of my clients, are on the East Coast, and I'm here in Seattle on the West Coast. So I wake up usually sometime between 6:45 and 7:15 a.m. I wake up, and it's already 10 a.m. on the East Coast. So I just go straight to work. I literally like walk out of bed and move to my laptop and start working. And I have Leia and Archer pretty well trained now, where they will leave me alone until like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because I'm working. I gotta be on my laptop working. But usually sometime around 4 p.m., like 3:30, 4 p.m. is when they start stirring, and when they're like, "Hey, now we need all the attention." So I would say from like 4 p.m. until 1 a.m., they are in capital H Husky mode. No, she never seriously locked me out. She has locked Archer out before. She has properly locked Archer out before. I mean, I have opposable thumbs. I can just open the door. No, I wish Teza, I wish I was a full-time content creator. It doesn't make enough money. I'm not there yet. Maybe one day, but not now. Susan, with a 10-pound super chat. Hi from Scotland. I love seeing your vids of Leia and Archer. They always make me smile. Thank you for sharing them with us. No, thank you, Susan. Thank you for the 10 pounds. That's really sweet of you. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, I'm going to nuke this couch this weekend. I'm going to Lowe's tomorrow. I'm picking up stuff to, like, sand the table and all that, so... I'm obsessed with when you took them to the beach. Here's the thing, Jessica. Okay, I'm going to level with you about the beach. That's not that far from my house. There are all these signs that say dogs aren't allowed on the beach. So I'm like, okay, dogs aren't allowed on the beach. But then everyone has their dog on the beach. Like there are, no joke, like 30 dogs on the beach. And I'm like, well, if the authorities see this, they're going to be upset. And then will just like see cops and park police walking around, and they're like, oh, cute dog. And I'm like, well, what are the rules actually? What are the rules? Why is that sign there? What are the rules? So I trepidatiously take them out onto the beach. I think they're not allowed, Mary, because of the seals. I think that's why they're, like, officially not allowed. But at least on paper. But yeah. Unfortunately, Sunflower, my cats are both dead. However, their names were Spartacus and Roxy. Jay says, new fan of the channel. Have you always had a preference for Huskies? Also, how did you choose their names? I'm assuming Leia relates to Star Wars, but what does Archer relate to? Yes, I grew up with Huskies. Archer is from the television show Archer, as in Sterling Mallory Archer, and yes, Leia is Star Wars. Hawks! Oh, Hawks with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I love you and the Huskies. Always makes my feet a bit better. If you had one sentence to say to the Huskies, and you know for certain they'd understand completely, what would it be? I think it would be... I love you more than anything. You're perfect. Never change. I think that's what it would be. Technically, dogs, as in pets, not service dogs, shouldn't come in Walmart, but they do anyway. I like seeing them. They're better behaved than the people. LOL. Yeah, Seattle's a very dog-friendly city. Seattle is an exceptionally dog-friendly city. So, yeah. I usually take them in... the only places I don't take them are, like, restaurants and grocery stores. Because, like, honestly, both of them can get, like, resource guardy with food. So, and I think a grocery store is, like, that's really high risk, low reward, which is, like, then why would I do it? Yeah. You're so kind to your dogs. Thank you, Stars. Well, I mean, they're my babies. They're my babies. What's their current favorite treats? I don't know. It changes. Well, Leia's so picky, and Archer's so not picky. Now, Archer's capable of being picky, but as a rule, he's far less picky than Leia. Jason says, your videos are so cute, and your commentary is amazing. You are so good at keeping yourself entertained. Some piece of advice to keep oneself cheerful and joyous, like you. Please, please. Thank you so much, Jaden. Piece of advice, I don't know. Honest to God, I just try to make myself laugh. 90% of what I'm doing when I'm making, quote, commentary, unquote, it's just like trying to make myself laugh. I don't know how else to put it. Yeah, she's stretching around. It's so funny how they're only shy during live streams. Well, it's not that they're shy, Kohler. It's that It's that, like I was talking about earlier, is that because of my work schedule, they're just used now to being chill until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's 1:15 here, so I still have like 4 or 5 hours of like chill huskies before they like crank it up to 11. So yeah, she likes to move around a lot. She likes to move around a lot. If you join me for any Twitch streams, you'll know that I have a Leia cam right here, and I got it set up to point right at her spot here. But she will often just like duck under here, so she can't be seen on the Leia cam. Which, like, of course. Hey, let's go see Archer. Now, I'm not making any promises here, because he's probably under my bed, and it's actually pretty difficult for me to get like under there. Also, the way I have the tripod set up right now, it might not be. Yeah, he's under the bed. Okay. That didn't work. Hang on, I gotta take the phone off the tripod. How about that? I'll take the phone off the tripod. There we go. Hi, Bug. Handsome boy Archer. The people wanted to see you, mister. Where are you oriented? Here we go. There he is. Hi, handsome boy Archer. Guys, I'm not going to stay here for long. It's very hard for me to see my phone and keep him in frame. Jonathan, there is a monster under your bed. Yeah, I know. It's a bug. It's a big bug. He's such a good boy. I'm having such a hard time seeing the chat. I am in such a vulnerable position right now. God, if you wanted to kill me, now would be your shot. I'm pretty defenseless. Hi, handsome. Hi, handsome. I love you, mister. You're the handsomest, bobansomest. Everyone thinks so. All the people wanted to see you, Archer. Boop. Good boy. Okay, I can't stay here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I know you love Archer as much as I do, but I can't do it. All right. Let's go back and see Leia. We're moving. We're doing it. We're on our way. A dog's eye view of my house. Miss Butts. Miss Butts. We're back. How you holding up, miss? Did you miss us? For the 37 seconds we were gone? Hang on. Putting the phone back on the tripod. Okay, we're good. All right. I'm a professional, everyone. Yeah, she's awake. Leia is older. Leia is 1 year and 3 days older than Archer. And Leia is 7 and Archer is 6. Leia's birthday is February 11th, and Archer's birthday is February 14th. He's a Valentine's Day pup. Why? I don't know why. I just know it's a seasonal thing. I don't know the like science or biology behind it. Mary, I don't know when that third husky's arriving. I am not going to promise that. Listen, I promise at some point there will be a third husky. There will be 3 huskies here. One will be Archer, one will be Leia, and there will be a third. When that happens, I don't know. I'm done promising. It's like if money and time weren't an object, I'd go out and get that third husky today. But money and time are objects, so unfortunately. So, yes, they are related. They are half siblings. They have the same mom but different dads. Marie with a $2 super chat. Happy Thursday. Hope everyone's having a good day. Thank you so much, Marie. You didn't have to do that. Person Rando. Yeah, I want cats. I love cats so much, and so does Leia, and so does Archer. But I don't know. I don't know how to. Spartacus died almost 3 years ago. Roxy died almost 2 years ago, and I don't know how to explain it, but I still feel like I have cats. You know, I don't know. I don't know that I'm ready to get new cats. So, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So 3 huskies, you're gonna lose all your hair. I'll book a trip to Turkey. I'll get the hair plugs. I'll do it. So I called Deli Bug, and he looked at me like I kicked his food bowl, ate a snack without sharing, and plucked all his floof out at the same time. He's a German Shepherd Husky mix, by the way. More Husky, though. That's cute. Well, Nathan, I'm a firm believer that Huskies are a state of mind, not a breed. So I believe that there are plenty of, like, pugs and dachshunds and Pomeranians, and yes, German Shepherds and Bernese Mountain Dogs and Australian Shepherds, etc., 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 who are actually just Huskies. I'm probably not gonna get a reptile sunflower. I mean, I love all animals, I do, but I like mammals because they're furry. I like cuddling with furry creatures. We're not doing phrasing. How did Barker's archering lesson go? How did Archer's baking lesson go? I think it went good. I don't know if he absorbed anything of what I was saying, but yeah. I always wanted a husky until I began watching your videos. Thank you. Late to the party. That is the correct response. If Leia was a flower, what kind of flower would she be? You know, I'm not versed enough in flowers to have an answer for that. I'm not trying to cop out, but I genuinely, like, I don't know enough flowers. I'm just like, look at that. That thing's pink. Maybe it's a tulip. Who knows? So I'm not. Botany has never been like a passion of mine. Sorry to ask, but how old can a husky be? I have had huskies who have lived to be almost 18 years old. So, yeah, they can, if you take care of them, if you feed them well, and if you exercise them. My dog Puck, he was 17 years and 9 months old when he died, when he passed away. Yeah, a lot of people saying Leia's 7 and Archer's 6. That is correct. Yes. Thank you for answering that question on my behalf. Lover just said, dog! You're correct, Lover. You seem to have a yard. I mean, you haven't seen Leia or Archer go down there except to bury your socks. Do they play down there? How big is the yard anyway? I mean, it's a decent size. It's a decent size. But they mostly use it as a bathroom. Like, we literally picked this house so they could have a yard to run around it. And they just spend all of their time on the deck. Now, like, don't get me wrong. I'm glad they use the deck. But they don't play in the yard. They just play in the deck. So, my BFF stepfather, I see him as my uncle. He had a husky, but it died. Oh. Now they have a black husky, Great Dane mix, named Cameron. Wonderful. Do you know what you would name husky number 3? I know what I would want to name husky number 3, Manders. If it's a girl, Andarna from the Fourth Wing books. Now, I've never read them, but my wife loves them a lot. Maybe we'd call her Andy for short, A-N-D-I. I think that would be cute. Archer, Leia, Andy. Like, that's cute. If it's a boy, I would want to name the husky Torgal after the dog from Final Fantasy 16. But I think I have to convince my wife on that one. Clover Rao, all caps, says, you have a wife? Apparently, supposedly, I have a wife. However, I have watched all of my videos, and I have seen no evidence. It really seems like I am alone all the time. I am lonely. I am unlovable. And it really feels like I will die alone. sooner rather than later. It's entirely possible that she is a fever dream. I invented her as a way to cope with the all-encompassing void. That's certainly possible. I can't rule that out. Yeah, there's no proof. No. Where do you hide the wife? You know, Rachel, I'm gonna level with you. I would, Rachel PDX. She's like a lot prettier than I am, and she has an awesome body. I would love to show her off to you guys, but she is uncomfortable with how many views our videos get and how many people see us, and also not for nothing, like I just make kind of like wholesome videos where I'm like, my dogs are pretty and I love them, and I get a lot of people on the internet who send me a lot of messages and comment on a lot of my videos, especially on YouTube. The most unhinged comments are on YouTube, that I am a terrible person, I am a terrible dog owner, my dogs would be better off in someone else's hands, I should delete my YouTube account. Like, I get a lot of hate. And I'm not a woman on the internet, so I extrapolate. Like, I'm a boring straight dude. A straight white dude. Like, extrapolate if I were a woman. So I totally understand why my wife is like, hey, I don't need to be on content. I don't need to be on content. However, if she ever changes her mind, if she ever wants to be on content, then, yeah. She can be. She's very pretty. I'm very happy to show her off. You literally just have dogs. Like, WTF did you do? I mean, there's a lot. It's usually people being like, your dogs aren't trained. They don't listen to you. They don't respect you. You're not the alpha. It's a lot of that. I also, like, in June, I keep a pride bandana on Leia, or like sometimes Archer has a kufia bandana, which, you know, I put on him as a show of like Palestinian solidarity, and I get a lot of people being like, hey, you should kill yourself for that. So I mean, it's the internet. I don't know what to tell you. It's the internet. So, yeah. No, I mean, Winter Tester, I don't let the negative comments dictate my day. I'm going to level with you. Like, it's very hard to offend me. It's very, very hard to offend me, which is why, like, my top 5 comments videos are my favorite videos to make, because I don't get to make them as often as I would like, because they take me like 7 hours to do. But, and they don't perform that well. I make them for me. I don't make them for people. I make them for me. But my favorite comments, they fall into like 3 categories. One are the ones that make fun of me. The ones that are like, hey man, just letting you know, you're hideous. Like, I think those are funny. Or sometimes people are like, you have weird thumbs. Anybody ever tell you that? I'm like, no, they haven't, but thanks for the new insecurity. Those make me laugh. The other ones are the ones where, like, people tell on themselves. This is a little bit harder to explain, but where they, like, accidentally reveal their own pathology. Where they're like, you're an awful person. Like, I wouldn't spit on you. You're not worth the spit. Would you spit on me? Please spit on me. Spit on me. Spit on me. And it's like, okay, man, you made it weird and sexual, and I'm very uncomfortable, and I don't even think you're aware of that. I need you to talk to a therapist. And, like, that, I think, is, like, so funny. Those are really, really funny. And those are probably my favorite. My favorite are when people tell on themselves. And then this is like the other one, the ones that are like, this is bad, but the ones that are racist and or homophobic make me laugh the most, I think, which is because almost to a T, it's like, it's it's a guy who's in his like late teens, early 20s, and he's got like an anime profile picture, and he posts a lot of it. Usually it's like on Instagram or something, and he posts like a lot of pictures or videos of himself like doing stuff, and he is alone every single time, and there's not a woman in sight. And I think that's awesome. I think that's incredible. Where these incels are like, you're not the alpha, you need to assert dominance. And then I click on their profile and it's like, I got a new airsoft gun, but damn, women won't talk to me for real. And it's like, well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. It's, you suck. At a certain point, it sucks to suck. So those are the comments that make me laugh the most. Listen, I also get a lot of comments where people are like, I'm going through a hard time. Your videos and your dogs really helped me through it. Those are incredible. Those mean like the world to me to get. They don't make me laugh. The unhinged ones make me laugh. Or when someone says Jesus loves you or find Jesus. Sunflower, I don't have a problem with that. I really don't, because I think like that's largely a nice thing. Like if that is your faith, like I think you're wishing well. Where what I do have a problem with is when like like Leia has a pride bandana on, and then someone's like, Jesus hates gays. Then I'm like, okay, well, I need you to get out of here forever. Have you made the top 5 comments video yet? No, Maggie. I'm gonna be on this live for like another 10-20 minutes. And then I am probably going to shower because I haven't showered today and I can smell myself, and that's disgusting. And then I will record the top 5 comments video. And I'll basically just be working on that all afternoon, evening, other than walking the dogs. I'll walk the dogs for about 3 hours today. And the rest of that time is just going to be working on that video, because I'm hoping to post it first thing tomorrow. Are you getting a foam pad for Archer's new cuddle spot when you go to Lowe's tomorrow? No, I'm not going to do that, actually, because I posted that video of Archer on the thing. It was just an Instagram story, so if you didn't see it, it wasn't on YouTube. But I posted an Instagram story of Archer sleeping over there on that grate with the pizza oven. And I was like, oh, I should get him like a piece of foam under here so it's more comfortable. And a lot of people DM'd me and were like, actually, he probably likes it because of the airflow underneath, and the foam might like stop it. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. Jason asks, how are your new content production pipelines? Have they made a difference in your life easier? Yes and no. I mean, I basically I didn't do any live streaming on any channel, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, in July or August, because I was just so busy with work. I was just so busy. Yeah, so that was a big bummer for me, because doing these streams, and like streaming on TikTok or streaming on Twitch and doing these lives with you guys are like literally my favorite thing to do. Literally my favorite thing to do is just like hang out with the community. Not figuratively my favorite thing to do, literally my favorite thing to do. But I've just been too busy. So, I'm working on more long form videos right now. More long form YouTube videos, specifically videos that will live only on YouTube. And I'll probably make like little clips from them, and those will get posted to TikTok and Instagram, and I'll be like, see the full video on YouTube. But I have a content calendar to do at least one of those videos every month. If they make money, then I will hire an editor, and then hopefully I'll be able to post 2 of those a month. That's really what I would love to do. Like one like 15 to 25 minute YouTube video every other week is my ultimate goal. But because I do absolutely everything myself, it just takes me forever. How am I am standing. I'm stood like this, and the camera's on a tripod, and the tripod is at like a 45-degree angle, resting against my hip, and I'm holding onto the tripod with another hand, or with my hand, and then that's, if you're super curious, Kyle. I'm surprised they never go down and lay on the concrete slab under the deck you mentioned before. No, they never do that. They never do that. Take care, Ariel. Gotta go. Bye, Leia. Sending lots of love from China. Thank you so much. I want to go to China so bad. I've actually never been to Asia. I have never been to Asia. I want to do it all. I want to do a full Asian tour. I want to go to China. I want to go to Korea. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Thailand. I want to go to the Philippines. I want to go to Indonesia. Which I guess, is that Asia or is that Oceania? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm confused about what the borders are. I have been to Scandinavia. I've been to Norway. That's the only country in Scandinavia I've been to. I've flown in and out of Reykjavik, but like, do you count Iceland as Scandinavia? Sincerely asking. Yeah, Jay, I really want to go to Singapore. I want to do a city-state tour. I want to do all the city-states. Because I'm kind of obsessed with city-states, because it's such an antiquated thing, you know. So I want to do Monaco. I want to do Singapore. I want to do Andorra. I just think that would be a fun tour to do. Have you ever been to Africa? I've been to North Africa. I've been to Egypt, and I've been to Morocco. But that's it. That's it as far as Africa's concerned. My dad worked in Namibia a lot. So he did a ton of work in Namibia. He was there like for 2 weeks every month for like 5 years. But I never went with him. So, yeah, Morocco's beautiful. I have been to the Bahamas. Sunflower, yeah. Would you include Hong Kong on the city-state tour? Yeah, Journey, that's a great thing. You're right, I should add Hong Kong to that. Or like at least Macau, which is my understanding right there across the water from Hong Kong. I would love to do Malaysia. I would love to do Vietnam. Absolutely. You should visit Sweden. I want to visit Sweden. I would love to go to Sweden. Yeah. Yeah, I know Scandinavia, Sweden, Norway, Denmark. Why aren't you counting Finland in that? I'm asking. Any will to come to Toronto in winter? I've been to Toronto many times. I've been to Toronto probably 6 or 7 times. You should visit Seattle. Outagaskar, is that a joke? You making a joke now? You know I live in Seattle, right? You're literally looking at North Seattle right now. Also, totally based. I too love city-states. They're really interesting. I will say everyone would like it better if London became an independent city-state. Okay. I don't know enough about London politics. I know a lot about British politics, actually. I follow a ton of British politicians and journalists on Twitter, but I don't know enough about like the specific politics of London. But also my family's from the north of England, so I don't have any connection to London. So okay, so you don't. Okay, that's good to know, Teza. That Finland is like, I understand the geography, but I didn't know it wasn't counted as part of that. I did know that. I know all about it. Yes, I know all about the Finno-Ugric language. And I know that it is not from Proto-Indo-European. Gil Crean with a £5 super chat. My UK doggies, Fiona and Dave, the Malinois, and Stanley the Kangal. Oh, the Malinois, plural. Okay, 2 Malinois, Fiona and Dave, and then Stanley the Kangal. I was like, you named your one dog Fiona and Dave? I'm confused. But now I understand. I'm just an idiot. Say hi, Leia Archer and Ancillary Human. Thank you so much, Gil. That's so sweet of you. You didn't have to do that. I really appreciate you for it. Thank you. Where did you go in Maine? Oh, you're talking to Sunflower. Sorry. What parts of New York have you been to? All over. I've been all over New York. I've been everywhere now. Well, I've been to New York City, like, I don't even know. I mean, I lived in DC for 10 years, and I would take the train up to New York. Like, I don't even know how many times I've done that. Like, at least like 3 or 4 dozen times. I've never been to Syracuse. I've been, I've spent a lot of time in Westchester, actually. I had a client in Westchester, so I spent a ton of time up there. And like just across the border in like Connecticut. And, been to Buffalo a bunch for work. So, yeah. Yeah, go ever. I just like to travel. I don't have the time to travel. No, I've never been to Poland. I would love to. I would love to do more. Uh, I've been to the UK and France and Spain so many times. UK, France, Spain, so many times. I don't even know how many times, especially the UK and France. Because that's just like growing up. That's just like where we would vacation. Because my grandparents lived in the UK, so I spent 2 months in the UK every summer for like the first 15 years of my life. And then we'd pop over to France because my dad spoke fluent French. He lived there for like 10 years, 7 years, something like that before I was born. So that was like, I never went to the beach. You know what I mean? Like I never had like a beach vacation because we'd just go to the UK and France. And Spain, I had a big client in Spain for years, so I went there a ton for work. And then, like, while I was there, I was just like, well, I'm just going to take a couple days off and rent a car and tool around the Spanish countryside. So I've done that a bunch. And then I backpacked through Europe after college with a buddy of mine for a month. So I hit, like, a couple of countries for a very brief amount of time, like the Netherlands, Belgium, like kind of that area. But there's a lot of Europe that I've not explored. So yeah, weirdly, I've never been to the south of France. So I would love to explore more of the Mediterranean. Never been to Italy, never been to Germany, never been to Switzerland. Oh yeah, I spent a lot of time in Texas, yeah, for work. I mean, like DFW, like Fort Worth. I'm by the airport. I spent a lot of time. So yeah. Didn't you had a client in Rome a couple years back? Yeah, they're not a client anymore. I'm really bummed about that. I didn't lose them. They got a new CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, and he had an agency he's been working with his entire life. And so when my contract ran out, they didn't renew it, and they went with someone else, which is a bummer. But that's like usually the way it goes. You get fired if you're bad at your job. You lose the client if they have someone else they've already worked with. Digital marketing and content strategy. You know, Elizabeth, I don't think I've ever been to Vermont. It's possible I have when I was like 8, and I just don't really remember. Because I know I've been to New England, but I'm not sure like which border I crossed and which one I didn't. Yeah, no, I love Arizona. I've been to Arizona a bunch. I've never been to your neck of the woods in Arizona. Well, that's not true. I've been to the Grand Canyon, which I loved. Which, honestly, I didn't want to do the Grand Canyon. I was like, I'm sure it's fine. How impressive can it be? And I got there. I was like, I'm an idiot. This is awesome. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Because I was like, well, I've seen pictures of it. How'd it be? And then you see it in real life, and you're like, oh, dang, nature's beautiful. Nature's a wonder. Where have you been in the U.S.? I don't know. I think I want to say I've been to like half the states. I'll say like 25 states. Yeah, that's probably right. Maybe 30. Maybe 30. But like some of those are just like I was there for an afternoon, you know. Some of them like Mississippi, I honestly think I spent 6 hours in Mississippi. You know, so I'm not like super familiar. A lot of like the Midwest, the like Tornado Alley I've never been to. So like Oklahoma, Nebraska, like those kind of states I've never been to. Hi Lucas, that's enough now. Enough now. Okay. All right, Lucas. I'm sorry. I'm going to mute you. Okay. Lucas is gone. Hello from Albuquerque. Hey, Rico. Been to Albuquerque. Yeah, those flyover states I've actually never been to. Does Leia have any cat siblings? Yeah, Clover, I used to have 2 cats. Unfortunately, they both passed away. But Leia grew up with cats. She was raised by them. Spartacus and Roxy were their names. Can we send treats for you and the dogs? Of course you can, Manders. That's very sweet of you to ask. Thank you. I do have a P.O. box set up for them. You should be able to find the link in my bio. Or if you can't, just go to SiberianDerpskies.com. And that should link you to my campsite. And that has the P.O. box there. Again, feel no obligation. I am deeply uncomfortable asking people for things. Any new merch? Prodigal Dreams? No, not yet. Like, I know that people want merch. Here's the thing, Sunflower. I have done fan mail opening videos, and I am not going to promise them. I am not going to promise them, because what I have found is that people will go on like Temu, and this isn't like no shade. Like, I'm super grateful. I am like super grateful, but I'm gonna sound like such a dickhead now. But people will spend like $15 on Temu and send me a package of like, I don't want to say junk, but like drunk. You know what I'm saying? And I think they do it because they want me to like say their name in a video, which is fine. That's wonderful. But I just like, we have so much stuff. We have so much stuff. And if you feel compelled to send Archer and Leia something, I'm not going to stand in your way. I'm super grateful. Thank you. But don't feel any obligation, and don't just like send it, you know. They are very, very, very spoiled dogs. Actually, yeah, more socks. If you want to send me some socks, that'd be great. Socks. There you go. Send me some socks, because she keeps hiding my socks. Yeah, Timu's just like someone sent me like, I don't know. I don't want to. I sound super ungrateful right now, so I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm gonna shut up now. But you know, I don't send them stuff to send them stuff, because they're very, very, very spoiled dogs. If I send Leia and Archer treats, will you open them in a video? I am not gonna promise that. I'm not gonna promise that, Clover. Maybe I will, but I won't promise it. So. There was a really big fire at the Grand Canyon, so the hotel and visitation center burned down. Oh, really? Did that happen recently? I didn't know that. That's crazy. The craziest thing about the Grand Canyon for me when I went there was that, like, there's no fence. You can just die. You can just die there. It was actually kind of scary. I was like, they don't have a fence, you guys. You could just die. Yeah, I'm in Seattle, Rico. I have made no secret of that. I'm in North Seattle, and that is as Specific as I am willing to get. Please don't try to find my address. Jane Cat says, love from Norway. By the way, I've been watching you guys for over a year now, I think. Thanks to you and Levi's family, I'm now in love with Huskies. That's wonderful, Jane. Thank you so much. Grand Canyon is a big no thanks. Chris, yeah. It's actually kind of scary. It's actually... I walked out there next to the edge. I took a picture of myself, or someone took a picture of me by the edge, and I walked back, and I was like, great, I will never do that again. Done. I got the picture, moving on. I've heard that, Jessica. Actually, my in-laws did that recently. They did the hike. I think it was like a, I can't remember now. They told me, but I forgot. I think they did it on like donkey back or something like that. Do you or Mrs. Derpskies have food allergies I should be aware of? Homemade Cheetos coming soon. Yes, actually. This is very weird. My wife doesn't eat fruit. You know how some people, they eat cilantro and it tastes like soap to them? I think my wife has that for fruit. So it just tastes disgusting to her, and she can't stand the smell of it. There are a couple of exceptions to that, like lemon. She loves lemon. But like strawberry, like makes her gag. It's like, it's crazy. It's really weird. But that's it. Yeah. No lie, when I was a clumsy 10-year-old, I tripped and went tumbling toward the very unfenced Grand Canyon. My brother leapt into action and stopped my death roll toward oblivion. That's incredible. CL. That's incredible. Like no fruit at all. No, there are exceptions, Naza. Okay, I'll go through the exceptions. All right. First off, you should know that early on in our relationship, I tested this by getting her to eat sticky toffee pudding because that has dates in it and is sweetened with dates, and she was disgusted. And sticky toffee pudding is like the most delicious thing I've ever eaten, and she was disgusted by it. So it's real. She's not faking it. Here are the exceptions. She likes apple juice, and she likes apples, but not cooked apples. So like an apple pie, she starts gagging, right? Raw apples, apple juice, she loves. Apple pie, gag, okay? She likes pretty much all lemon. Lemon is kind of the one fruit I think she actively likes. Lime, she really likes lime on her tacos, like a squeeze of lime on her tacos. She really likes lime in her gin and tonics. But the moment you make like a key lime pie, she starts gagging. Key lime pie, she's like, no, thank you. And I think that's it. I think it's lemon, sometimes lime, and uncooked apple. And that's it. Literally any other fruit. Any kind of berry, any kind of melon, she is actively disgusted by. Yeah, I know. Fruits are incredible. Fruits are just like candy vegetables. They're amazing. She doesn't like them. She has dismissed an entire food group. Oh my God, I didn't even see the super chat. 20 SEK super chat. I love how chill and kind you are. Thank you so much. I'm not that chill and I'm not that kind, but I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. That was very sweet of you. Natus, thank you. I am pretty chill. I'm not that kind. That's actually fascinating. Strange but fascinating. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is weird. And what's crazy, her stepbrother is exactly the same way. No, pears she's disgusted by. I've tried the pears thing because I was like, a pear is just an apple's cousin. So maybe you'd like pears. No, she's disgusted by pears. Yeah. No, I understand. Out of Gascar, I understand that botanically, a tomato is a fruit. But culinarily, a tomato is a vegetable. Okay? There is a distinction between, like, what something is botanically and what something is culinarily. And I define things by my engagement with them. I thought it was a Swedish kroner, but I didn't want to assume. Regardless, thank you. So does she only like fruit flavor? No. She is disgusted by fruit flavored stuff. So like if my tummy is a little bit upset, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have some Tums, these fruit flavored Tums. She won't let me near her. She won't let me kiss her. She won't let me near her. She's grossed out by them. So like a Jolly Rancher, disgusted. Like a gummy worm, disgusted. Yeah. Yeah, she's a weirdo. She loves like a tomato sauce. But she doesn't like tomatoes on things. So she doesn't like a tomato. She loves tomato sauce, tomato soup. She doesn't like tomato on sandwiches. And she doesn't like a caprese salad. She's like, I'll just have the mozzarella. Thank you very much. We're all weirdos in some way. Well, speak for yourself, Manders, not me. Definition of normalcy. Hey, everyone. It's almost 1 p.m. here. I've got to get back to work. I'm sorry. If you want me to post a top 5 comments video tomorrow, I need to actually go film it and edit it. So I think I have to end the live here. Archer is under the bed. Yeah, he's snoozing away under the bed. I'm sorry to rob you all of that. But, I mean, I'll tell you what my plan is. Whether or not I follow through on it, I'm not sure. But basically, I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to film and start editing a top 5 comments video. I'm going to walk the dogs. I'm going to finish editing the top 5 comments video. Then I'm going to try to edit and post a short tonight as well. Because I didn't post one yesterday, so I'm trying to like get back on this. I'm trying to do at least one a day for the month of September. So I am going, if I post one, it'll be like 1 a.m. my time. But if anything falls by the wayside, it'll be that short, because I really want to get that top 5 comments video out tomorrow morning. And I did publish my streaming schedule. I will be streaming on Twitch tomorrow morning, and then also tomorrow evening, late afternoon, early evening, is the Derp Lord Happy Hour for the Lord of the Derp member level on YouTube. We do a monthly, actually this month it's going to be twice, and I'm probably going to do it twice in October as well. It's a hangout session in Discord for everyone who's a member at the Lord of the Derp member level. And we just get on Discord and we just hang out and we chat and we gossip about you behind your back. Lana, thank you for the €2 super chat. That's very sweet of you. Once again, you do not have to do that. Anyway, I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for everything. You now know my plan. Hopefully, I'm able to follow through on it. I appreciate you all. You're all wonderful. Take care for now. I will be live on YouTube again on Tuesday. And sometime on Sunday or Monday, I will publish my streaming schedule for the next week. So I appreciate you all. Bye for now. Bye.